Hello, hello, beautiful soul. How are you today? Thank you for stopping by. I hope this reflection will bring you growth. I believe that for me, starting to become aware of my thoughts was one of the most important steps on my path to changing my life. If you think about it, having the nagging voice of your inner critic always judging, bringing up doubts and belittling you is very counterproductive. Of course, it often showed up as a negative self-talk, highlighting my perceived flaws or mistakes and reminding me that I should do better, but probably did not have enough skills, training, strengths, or who knows what, generally hindering my progress and self-esteem. And believe I have to, use my positive self-talk very often when I make these little movies because I make so many mistakes. So forgive me. I remember the first time that my forever positive supervisor made me notice my negativity. I felt so upset, almost offended. Me, negative? I am not negative. I am patient. I encourage people. I believe in their skills. I trust them. I sincerely thank them for a job well done. I see the good in them, and I'm so proud of their teamwork. I'm not negative. I am a realist. I'm not looking for negative things. There are obviously plenty of negative things happening every day, all the time. I'm just an observer. Well, now when I think of my supervisor, I bless her. And I bless the day that she came into my life. And I bless her for letting me know that she noticed my negativity, because she certainly contributed to my transformation, helping me see what kept me stuck. The quote, "If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change," from the founder of quantum physics, German physicist Max Planck, and made popular by the fantastic Wayne Dyer, came to mind right now. Since from the moment I started focusing my thoughts on the positive aspect of life's event, I started seeing more positive thing happening. I started feeling better, and I continued practicing and tuning on positivity, leaving my realism behind. I also felt less stressed and experienced more creativity. I really recommend it. Let me share with you some ways that may help you turn your inner critic voice down. Notice the critic. Pay attention to the voice that drives your thoughts and the feelings that inevitably arise. Learn to discriminate his feedback. Listen carefully to that voice. Is it your true self guiding you, or are you rehearsing your limiting beliefs, your paradigms? Does it sound like someone from your past? Does it have a particular tone? Most likely, if it is making you feel small and unskilled, it comes from your limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, is this actually true? What evidence do I have to support this unfortunate statement? Often you'll find that the criticism is based on assumptions or past experiences rather than current reality. Reframe negative thoughts. Try to rephrase negative statements to more balanced and positive ones. For example, if your reaction thought is, "I always mess things up," reply, "No, I made a mistake and I learned from it." Be kind with yourself. When you make a mistake or fall short of your expectation, tell yourself, "Good job trying this. It didn't work, so I will try another way." Remind yourself that making mistakes is often how we learn to do something. Be patient with yourself and others, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Practice ways to regain your balance. Some endeavors can be very challenging and frustrating. Take a break to regain your balance and engage in activities that help you feel calm and grounded, such as deep breathing, going for a walk, possibly in nature, snuggling with your dog, listening to soothing music, or dancing wildly because you have so much nervous energy. Or call a good friend, the one that reminds you of your greatness. Celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge and appreciate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Focus on the end product. Instead of dwelling on failure, focus on what you envision the end product to be, and how much you are learning from this experience. Be kind to your imperfections. Accept that you will have flaws and make mistakes, and it doesn't mean that you are flawed. These mistakes don't diminish your worth. They are actually part of learning. Recognize that if you have a standard for perfection, it might require a lot more time and skills to complete the project, which is fine if you decide so. But is perfection important for this particular project? Or is it just another trick of your inner critic that will cause you to trigger your weak points or your insecurities? Set boundaries. Remember, you are in control of your thoughts. So persevere in your endeavor to quiet down the inner critic. It is an ongoing process that requires patience and self-awareness. Limit your exposure to triggers as much as possible, particularly when you're feeling a little bit shaky about what you're doing, and build a little mantra that you can recite every time the voice of your inner critic tries to bring you down. That works very well for me. You could try this mantra. I am an amazing creation, creating amazing things. I am learning and improving every day, advancing my skills, and building a life I love living. Great work, powerful soul. Be the change and go for your dream. See you soon.